This college basketball picks edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Draft now or play Underdog's Pick'em for a chance to win 100x. Promo code SGPN at UnderdogFantasy.com for a 100% deposit match. We're also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting research platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit HOFBets.com. Use code SGPN to get 50% off your first month and start making smarter bets today.
Hey, it's Peyton Manning, and you're listening to SGPN. Let's ride.
Cox. He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, second the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog.
We're back talking college basketball.
We're back talking hoops, joined by the man, the myth, the legend, Prick Dundee. What's happening, Colby?
Just enjoying my brand new obstructed views calendar from College Football Campus Tour.
Oh wow, what a beautiful
available via go to CFB Campus Tour on Twitter. You'll see the link for it, but I mean, this is great work here. Each
so
stadium
each month is a photo of an obstructed view.
UB Stadium.
Now let's isolate it.
Yeah,
Right.
Look at that right there. UB Stadium.
That's a bad view.
Yeah, that's
Let
a
me
really
see
bad
this.
view. There you go.
What I'm digging. What is that? Oh, and Gart's over here stomping on stuff. What I really like about the angle of the calendar is it's like it went from pissing stadiums off to then all of a sudden you got like I think
The one of him just in front of a pole is pretty great.
Folks, Michael Barker doing great work. College Football Campus Tour. Check it out. Get yourself a nice calendar. It really ties the room together, I believe. So perfect. I know the holidays just passed, but this is for 2024. So it's the gift that keeps giving.
Danny Locks checking in saying, let's go blue. Of course, he's talking football. We suck in basketball. Michigan off to, how would you describe the Michigan season so far, Colby?
Hilarious. Mainly because Juwan Howard had a heart issue. There was rumors that he might have slapped the security guy from Michigan.
wait, it was a heart issue or he slapped someone?
I think both.
Oh,
And
Are they related? Like, did he have was the heart issue caused?
so he had
from
no. I
someone?
think he had a heart surgery in like September or October, and then Phil Martelli started the season coaching, and they looked pretty damn good. Then something happened. Phil Martelli stayed a little longer than we thought, and that there's speculation that he might have got into it with the security guy for Michigan.
Phil Martelli?
No. Phil, he's 75. Okay. That would be pretty awesome. But then Juwan Howard comes back, and then you could really tell that Phil Martelli is the better basketball coach because the team got worse. And then randomly they played a game against Penn State in Philly yesterday. And he said, "You know what, Martelli, you coach this one."
oh no.
He just took a night off.
I don't know if he was paying homage because Martelli had, been a legend coaching in Philly for so long.
You think he was just being a nice guy?
There's speculation, but either way, Michigan's trash right now.
This is not the first time he slapped someone too.
Well, I do
So
like
maybe
that.
he's a serial slap. Why are you slapping security guard? I'm just picturing.
We need a little investigation. I think.
What I'm in my head, I'm picturing the guy who hooks up Rudy with the place to sleep, the greens. I don't want to call him a greenskeeper, but the guy who maintained the field, the groundskeeper. Even that, is that what they call someone who maintains a football field?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm picturing that guy getting smacked by Juwan Howard.
And then just doing the slow clap while he's getting
You're
slapped.
5 foot nothing, 100 nothing. You played college football with the best in the land. You ain't got to prove nothing to nobody. And then Juwan Howard just smacks the shit out of him. Can we redo that scene? And just
Noah's got tonight. He's got the national championship in football. So
it does seem like these Michigan fans are going to be really annoying if Michigan wins. I don't
now,
want to get into it. But
Harbaugh has expressed interest in the Raiders and Chargers job.
not Commanders.
I don't think so. I don't think that was on the list. I just saw all those two. He's gonna have to take it from.
This is the most annoying time of the year because you hear because it was Bears. I even heard the Patriots rumor that he might be the Patriots' next head coach.
Well, you take the NFL coaching job, I guess, when it presents itself.
Well, in my opinion, like he's got to take the NFL job. He's going to be suspended like the first 10 games next year.
Really? They're gonna add to his suspension?
There's like a bunch of different. So the Big Ten suspended him, not the NCAA.
Oh, so the NCAA still has it in for Connor Stallions.
I hope he stays at Michigan, but I don't think if I was him. I mean, what is he like 60 years old? These are vital years.
When do the networks who control everything step in and be like, guys, Jim Harbaugh, good for the marketability of the sport.
Yes.
Why are we running the good coaches out?
How about instead of putting Rutgers at UCLA, we protect?
Well, they cheat.
Yeah.
We gotta punish them. Everyone that good cheats.
Yeah.
Just let it happen. It's better for the sport.
Yep.
Now it's legal. Pay them. Collective bargain, whatever the fuck it takes.
Yep. Agreed.
Cheeseburger. He tipped on a free cheeseburger. Is this still stemming from that? A little bit.
It's a bunch of different shit.
I'm out on the Connor Stallions thing too.
Yeah, I'm definitely out on that.
Here's my issue with it. Connor Stallions seems objectively like a prick.
Oh wow!
And the fact that he's staying in the spotlight.
Didn't we offer him a job?
Yes. Come on, Ryan. You're insulting potential future employee Connor Stallion.
You're mocking your own. Like you're a crazy fucking person, and now you're mocking your own craziness by having the brazen attitude of putting yourself out there, taking away from these kids' accomplishment.
I just like that he made a presentation that was 200 pages long.
I think it was 500.
Yeah, I mean, if only when we asked for someone to write up a podcast proposal, we get. I mean, 2 pages would be a lot in our company. 500 pages. If he had a manifesto to have about how he was going to have the best gambling podcast, it was 500 pages long.
That's how you know it wasn't a lone wolf.
You're hired.
That's how you know it wasn't absolutely not, Sean. That's a massive red flag.
What a crazy rambling manifesto.
What if I dressed up in action sports gear?
Just to try to get some signs or something. What I don't get about this man is like either A, he's crazy and how he wasn't identified as being crazy. And now what we know, or 2, everyone knew about it. Everyone knew exactly what he was doing. They were instructing him on what to do.
There's no way they knew about him
setup from
at
day
Central
one.
Michigan games. I think they might have known.
Disagree.
Why send him to that? There's nothing
Because you
you're
go
gaining.
away. Because you go away. You don't come to the game and present yourself. You don't participate in a whole bunch of like random like bar stools. You don't do all of this if you were a lone wolf. Because a lone wolf would disappear again.
Well, no, I agree that they.
You watch Jack Reacher?
No,
He's a wandering man.
No, I haven't, and no, I won't.
Connor Stallions was really Connor Stallions is trying to do his best Jack Reacher impression. The problem is that Jack Reacher wouldn't be going to the fucking Rose Bowl. Jack Reacher wouldn't be making it about him. Connor Stallions is just a crazy person. Unfortunately,
I think the team knew some of that. I don't think they knew the detail. No,
all of it.
No way.
All of it.
No fucking way. You would not risk him dressing up in Central Michigan gear. That is
all of it.
You are so wrong.
They knew all of it.
You're so wrong.
They knew all of it. If a man has a manifesto that long and you are somewhat aware of it and you're not asking any questions, you know about it. You know about it.
No. I got to read. We should assign that to someone on our team, Ryan, that they have to read.
Why, you want to be disappointed? Sounds like they'll get through 2 pages maybe at best.
Yeah. All right. Hey, we got a jam-packed slate of college basketball. Of course, hey, check out DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL playoffs. Is bringing an offer that'll help make the playoffs electrifying. New customers can bet $5 on any game and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Love me some DraftKings. And again, use that promo code SGP. Got you covered right now. College football playoff. Washington up to 5 points. The Huskies, they're plus 170 on the money line. I'm going with the Huskies. Feels like it should be a close game here. Of course, all you got to do, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use code SGP. New customers can bet just $5. Get $200 instantly in bonus bets only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code SGP. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. And New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-797-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. 21 plus, age varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. See dkng.com/football for eligibility, deposit restrictions, terms, responsible gaming resources. Also, Little C's, get you some Little Caesars, the official pizza sponsor of the NFL. Make Little C's part of your game day. I mean, I know it's the official pizza sponsor of the NFL, but we got a huge college football game, jam-packed college basketball slate. Perfect. Pairs perfectly with Little C's. And if you're watching on YouTube, the video of the pepperoni pretzel crust pizza, we should have an NSFW. This isn't safe for work. This is food porn at its finest. When they got that butter brush going on the pretzel crust with the salt sprinkles coming in hot, love it. You can get it delivered or our in-store pizza portable pickup. Grab some friends and enjoy a few slices during the game. Little Caesars pizza.
I like that. The 3 P's.
What are the 3 P's? Right?
Oh, I just threw it on the screen. Pepperoni, pizza, porn.
Yes, exactly.
And then closing the loop on some of the stuff we were just talking about. Looks like Michael Huffer is volunteering to read the manifesto and get back to us on it.
Okay, great. Thank
Benedict Dantle pointing out he's been working on the lacrosse gambling podcast proposal for 8 months, and now finding out it only needs to be 2 pages. He's a little disappointed. Metaphorically very accurate too. The 8-month to figure out the pitch. Who Sean? You know what? Not to pull back the curtain here,
yes.
But who would have thought in all the years of us doing this business that Boston Capper would be the guy who got
it's a baby fucking wheel, man.
Actually got a pitch across the finish line.
Yeah, he did. He had a proposal.
It wasn't 500 pages.
No.
That's why he got the show. If it was 500 pages, Sean would have said "fuck off."
Yeah, I would not have read 500
Connor
pages.
Stallions would
I don't know. I've seen you read some of those state tax or state gambling things.
Yes. Oh, he's not reading.
I was watching USFL while Sean was over in the corner just reading thousands of pages of boring documents.
Yes.
Oh, he's got you fooled, Kaiser Sose style. He's just skimming the important words.
Yeah, maybe early on he was reading. I think the first one he read it. And
you get the idea.
Do they have the audiobook version yet of the? I mean, that's going to be the
Can
greatest.
I get an Audible?
The greatest application of AI is just going to be like you don't need
paperwork. God.
Well, no, forget paperwork. The idea that you can more quickly and efficiently consume things like that, and maybe just have a robot fill it out for you. All right, is everyone ready to talk about college basketball? Colby.
Well, another winning week for Dundee.
Oh, wow.
You know, it's tough.
I would say the haters.
Our Indiana money line was that was a nice win.
Sean, the haters are coming out of the woodwork.
Really? The hater apologized, Ryan.
Well, no, I'm just saying small sample size haters, suggesting that maybe we're not always going perfect on our college basketball picks. I think we set the bar too high. And maybe
I did start out insanely hot, but still 70, even not hitting a lock last week. I'm still cruising at 73% lock. So
yeah, maybe it creates an opportunity for us to put a little how we're doing so far, so people can shut the fuck up. And especially the Discord picks. I think
the consensus plays are still at 68, 43 and 1, aka 61%.
I pulled up a notable release service that is reputable in the world of college basketball. Do you know what their official released picks are at right now?
And this is self-tracked, I assume.
They're tracking, yes.
Yes.
Just like we're tracking. Although we're tracking with the eyes of an anonymous sloth on us at all times.
We got if you want the sheets, you can get in the sheets. I'll see you in the sheets.
Not so we're at 61% with our official Discord release plays.
We got to call them releases.
We're 4 points up on a very reputable service that does releases. All right, let's continue the good stuff.
Our wrong angle service, right?
No. That's I wasn't referring to wrong angles at all. Only right angles. Seton Hall heads to our nation's capital once again. Just going to continue to praise the 3:30 West Coast tip. Colby can tell me I'm a snorkeler. Did this exist last year?
This what?
3:30 slot.
Yes. It did.
Really?
Yeah.
Were we picking the games at 3:30 every?
Yep.
I'm gonna have to check the data because this delights me every time I see this early game. Seton Hall Georgetown. Once upon a time, Colby.
This is the made up line. Had to make this line up.
No, there are no such thing as made up lines, but we're gonna
originator.
You can't bet this right now in the wild, so we're using the Prick Dundee originating number.
It might even be higher.
And once upon a time, Colby really dancing around this one. Once upon a time, Seton Hall, Georgetown was basically when I was a kid. When we were kids, this was an epic matchup. This was a great Big East matchup.
PJ Carlissimo. John
Thompson, just like from the Iverson, Victor Page, the big men, Mutombo, Zoe. It's funny. I grew up in Jersey, but Georgetown was the team that I rooted for in the Big East. Seton Hall laying a projected 5 points by Prick Dundee. We need to like Prick Dundee with a cigarette in his mouth and one of those green visors. Just originator.
I mean, I want to take Georgetown as a home dog, regional rivalry, get up spot for Ed Cooley and the gang. But I mean, they have not been, dominant at home at all. They've lost to Syracuse, TCU. They lost at Rutgers. They lost to Holy Cross at home.
Is law school back in session?
Should have beat TCU.
They beat DePaul by 3. They're coming off that game. But what do you think, Colby? I mean, I don't know. My instincts tell me to take Georgetown as a home dog, but they might just -6
is what I'm seeing now.
Shout out to TJ.
Yeah. I think Seton Hall's due for a letdown spot. I think Ed Cooley.
They definitely are.
Yeah. So I think going into DC, students will be back. I don't think this weekend they were there against DePaul.
Are Georgetown students known as getting crazy?
No.
They strike me as the type that get crazy underneath the ground in robes and weird masks, right?
That's where the Exorcist stairs are. Right?
The shit gets lit below ground in Georgetown. Some skull and bones activity.
They did. Seton Hall did have a nice win against Providence, but
a nice two. You
remember that scene?
Marquette? They just took down Marquette.
Excellent. I mean, I was so wrong. We were so wrong on that game.
Yes, they were. That was an awesome game. But
Benedict Dantold pointing out this is not on campus. It's at the Capital One Arena.
Yeah, which is
really
not far away. Yeah,
little get up spot for Georgetown.
They play a lot of games there.
Ken Palm considers it a home game.
Yeah. It's almost like St. John's playing at the Garden. You know what I mean? But
rare case where you're okay with a neutral site.
I mean, I still think it's always better on campus personally, but Madison Square Garden's a lot better than the Capital One Center. Whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah, the Garden's a little bit different than some of these other buildings. Do you remember that scene when from the Skulls where they're like pretending like they're walking on glass, but it's just fucking Doritos?
The Skulls?
Yeah.
Is that a movie?
It's a movie.
Oh.
You've never seen that. All right.
No.
We have a homework for Colby. So he's not going to be on Georgetown if he's anti.
I'm on the Hoyas. I think it's a letdown spot for Seton Hall. So Ed Cooley's going to get his team up. They'll at least cover the 6, maybe even win it outright. Let's go Hoyas.
You're not at all concerned that Seton Hall might just be good.
No, I think they are good, but they're just due for a letdown spot. You know what I mean? Like I just feel like you win 2 huge games like that. Another thing is they have at Butler on deck. Maybe Butler's the one that gets them.
Yeah, I mean the fact that they just beat Marquette at home, now they're going on
top
the road.
10 win.
They're looking ahead to Butler. I'm with Colby. I think Georgetown sneaks in a competitive game here.
So normally Sean would have said something along the lines of Seton Hall, very dominant offensive rebounding team.
They
Georgetown,
are good offensive rebounding.
Trash. A lot of easy buckets going to come for Seton Hall. That's a great formula for picking up a road win. And I don't believe that the above ground fan base will be lit for Georgetown. Grew up a fan of the Hoyas. Ed Cooley's got to get him back. Give me Seton Hall. I'm just chasing.
I mean,
here.
Seton Hall is still terrible at shooting the 3. Like they can go cold, man. They can go.
And Georgetown can go hot, for sure. But I like how this Seton Hall team that was a very nice win for them. This team's for real.
They've had back-to-back great.
We like the coach. We like the team. Jersey Legends. Let's go. 4 p.m. on the West Coast. Ames, Iowa. Iowa State. Does the basketball team like to gamble too? They're taking on Houston. Houston laying 4.5. Is this live in the wild, or are we talking? This
is a real one. This is a real one. Yeah.
Houston. I could be wrong. Have we spoken about Houston yet this year?
They're really good. 14-0.
I don't think
defense is just insane.
Have we picked them yet?
I don't think we have. No, I think I did early in like November, and I think you faded them at Xavier. I think I hit, and you.
Wow, what a memory you have.
Yes, you know. They don't call me the database or nothing. You sandbagging son of a gun, and I still have never seen the Skulls, whatever the fuck that is.
That's shocking to me. You're a movie snob.
Yeah, there's a reason why I didn't watch it, buddy. All right.
Too busy watching Rambo again. I mean, Houston hasn't played a ton on the road. They do have one good win against Xavier. That was a nice win and cover for them. They covered, yeah.
Yes, they did.
What that spread was.
Xavier covered the 10. I'm looking at it right here.
So Houston didn't cover.
We picked this game on. It was a December 1st game that we picked.
Oh, you did pick Houston. Okay.
No, we all took Xavier and were correct against Houston.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So I was wrong. My memory is fucked. Maybe I did.
Interesting how the data will set you free.
Smoking my weed.
Also, we picked Houston against Texas A&M. I was never going to fade Buzz, but Houston got the job done in that neutral site, not a real home game matchup. So we picked Houston twice. This is why it's important to keep track of your records, unlike these fucking filthy touts.
Iowa State coming off a loss. Maybe they were looking ahead past Oklahoma.
No, here's what it was. They can't score on the road.
Yeah.
This has been the same Iowa State team the past 3 years.
Play good defense.
But the problem is for Houston is they are fire at home. Not a chance in hell. This is Houston's first loss of the season. Give me Iowa State. Woo! Plus 4.5. Place gonna burn down.
Second true road game. First they went to Xavier. That's a nice win.
It is.
You give them credit for that one, but first conference road spot here.
Yeah, Xavier's like best 2 players got out for the year before the season started.
Yeah, so this is a good
harder. This is a much harder game.
This is a good spot. I mean, Iowa State's defense is really good. Houston's is as well, but to Colby's point, like Iowa State, they can't score on the road.
Willing to consider. Well, they might not be able to score against Houston. Were you at all concerned about that?
No, when you have the number 3 team in the nation playing in Ames, Iowa, whether it's football or basketball, give me Iowa State.
Yeah. And worth noting, Sean usually would let you know, but Houston not very good from the line, which is surprising because they're good at everything else. Texas heads to Cincinnati, Ohio. Well, have we run out of time to take on Cincinnati?
Just that missing free throws.
Cincinnati laying 4 Bearcats. Matthew McConaughey, does he go to basketball games or is that just
but normally home games? I don't think he hits the road.
Culture doesn't hit the road.
He's like Taylor Swift.
Oh wow.
Doesn't travel.
Wow. Texas catching 4 here.
Texas just got beat down by Texas Tech in Austin on the final game of that. Obviously with Texas leaving the SEC, that's the last time Texas Tech's coming into Lubbock for the foreseeable future. Cincinnati went to the Super Soaker.
Got it done. That was
dominated.
a big
win. That was surprising. That was shocking.
How can you fade Cincinnati at home? Now, maybe it's a letdown spot after the BYU win, but they'll still get up for Texas.
They'll still get up for Texas. And remember, this is our one time they'll get to host Texas because they're joining the SEC. So I'm with you. Give me Cincinnati -4. Horns down.
Horns down.
I mean,
I could understand the case. Texas off the loss at Texas Tech, but they got 2. This is part of a 2 road game run here for them. I think they lose to Cincinnati. Maybe they cruise past West Virginia.
This Texas team should be better, but life after Chris Beard.
Kramer, you riding with us? You a Bearcat?
I mean, it is fun to say horns down. What I was doing is I was watching the game tape on myself and how I picked Texas, and it's not always the right side.
So Colby does just auto fade Texas. So that's always.
So I'm going to take Texas.
As our shaman. Here.
How'd that work out for you last week, guys, in college football, huh?
You don't react to a small sample size.
Cincinnati, 9th in the country in offensive rebounding. Right?
Cincinnati and a much better offensive team, 37th in the nation in offensive rating. Meanwhile, Texas is 80th. And who's got the better defense? It's not the Longhorns. It's the Bearcats, 28th in the nation in defensive rating.
Yeah.
What angle are you going to use?
You got me. Give me Cincinnati.
What fucking angle are you going to use?
I don't like Texas either. I just try to. There's certain teams that you just hate. It's like
Discord is on Houston and Texas right now.
Nice. We're giving them all the Texas team. 4 p.m. on the West Coast. Lexington, Kentucky hosts a nice battle here. Missouri coming to town. Kentucky nice little win over Florida last time we spoke about them. Kentucky laying 14.5 here. Missouri has turned into a really nice football school. It's kind of crazy if you think back on it. Michael Porter, if I'm not mistaken, I think he was the original. I'm just not going to ever play again. I'm going to sit out till pros, and then I'm going to sit out till my next contract. He kind of changed the game.
Yeah, he's kind of terrible too.
Kentucky minus 14.5. It's all started in Missouri. That's where the bat originated from.
I mean, Missouri showed up against Kansas at Kansas.
I mean, that's why I think that give me Mizzou in the points. Kentucky wins by 10, 12, something like that. They're a young team. They just won a huge road game. Letdown spot opportunity.
Yeah. Big win over Florida. This is a sandwich spot. They got Texas A&M on the road next. Missouri's a team they can handle. The spread's pretty big. I think Missouri sneaks out a backdoor cover.
Okay.
It's a situational handicapping 101.
I'm looking at this Missouri team.
They've struggled this year.
Since Wichita, who they beat on December 3rd, they lost to Kansas by 9. That's not horrible. They lost to Seton Hall by 6 at home. Kinda. That's not great. They got crushed by Illinois. They beat Central Arkansas.
Illinois had Terrence Shannon Jr. that game.
You can't. Yeah. The Georgia loss at home is a tough one.
It is.
That's a tough
But Blue Cane and Georgia are looking pretty good.
Is he starting again?
Starting.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Colby, who's this?
Let me upgrade this victory then.
Colby,
why are we talking about Georgia?
No, we will be. We will be.
Wait, Sean, you were about to bring up the boy. Oh no, we're talking Boise State.
No, but is Illinois on the sheet?
Tonight? No, we're not.
But we need to talk about Luke Good, Colby. What's your take on Luke Good, Illinois guy? I mean, if Josh can pull up a photo of this guy, man, he is incredible redhead. Like how his hair matches his jersey. This is bonkers.
I thought he was one of the what's the family in South Carolina? What's the family that
there's
fuck me, I can't think of the guy's last name right now.
I'm gonna send you.
He murdered his wife and his son.
Oh yeah, the
Murdahs, yeah. Luke Murdaugh here. Junior out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. I love how you're showing him.
Josh, I just sent you a really good one over Slack.
It is. I want. Oh, whoa! Look at how fit he is.
Wait, we need to compare him to the Boise State player.
What do you mean?
What's his name? Meadows on Boise State.
So what we're watching. No, let's save that for later. That for later. We'll talk that later. But what this looks like. Also, I don't want to judge another man, but I mean, I don't know if I've seen such a strapped redhead.
Yeah.
Brian Scalabrine.
He lifts. Nah, he didn't have this kind of muscle tone. Look at these. Yeah. I mean, look at
Carrot
those.
Top.
Look at those arms.
There's a couple. Carrot Top.
He's flexing so hard for this picture. he's squeezing that basketball.
Yeah, Luke Murdaugh.
Sean, does this give you hope?
Oh, come on. I'm not even a redhead, Ryan.
It's a beacon of hope for all Irishmen out there.
Kramer, you didn't even weigh in. Missouri, Kentucky. What are you doing?
Oh no, I very beginning I said Kentucky because I blamed Missouri for the idea of just not playing and waiting for your next call. You don't want to impact your potential by showing people what you are in real world. It hurts your ceiling.
It was a great move. Ultimate millennial.
Yeah, what's Michael Porter up to now? He's in the NBA doing something. I know he won a championship with the Nuggets. That's wild. It worked. It shouldn't work. Yeah, I'm laying the big number. You know I like the minus sign before the plus sign. What was this guy? Luke Good with an E at the end. Put him on the all. What do we call it? The greenie. We need like the greenie list. A greenie watch list.
Oh yeah.
All right, Josh. We need to come up that he's the first greenie watch list member. We put it out like announcements. You know, recruits put like my final 10. You know, like congratulations to Virginia Tech. You've made my top 5. Like what the fuck is going on? South Carolina heads to Tuscaloosa, Alabama to take on the Elephants of Alabama. Oh boy. Football school laying 14 in a basketball game. That's interesting. Now this Gamecocks team has really fallen down since or maybe my Hokies have just turned out
South Carolina's 13-1, buddy.
I know. What this is a big number. They're similar teams. I assume that's why the number is able to stretch out. South Carolina also a bit of a team that needs to hit the 3, I assume. And you don't like
they're not similar as far as pace. Alabama 40th in the nation, South Carolina 342nd.
Oh, that makes me hate this game then. Because if this is one where if Alabama gets their way, they roll. But if South Carolina can somehow dictate pace,
It is always scary when a team that has South Carolina's record, when they're 13-1, and they're getting 9 points. That's all. I mean,
14 points.
14 points.
Yeah.
I would have known that if Colby put the record in the sheet.
No,
again.
it's 11. Oh, my bad, man. I forgot about that.
I mean,
It's 11.
11.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right. Look at that. The chat is helping Prick Dundee.
Give me the Gamecocks, man.
Really?
I don't think this Alabama team's as good. They almost lost to Vanderbilt the other night. It is dangerous at home because I feel like they momentum could be a real thing. But Lamont Paris, he had Gigi Jackson a year ago. Things didn't work out great in his first year there. He went out and got a bunch of veterans in the portal, and I think that's all the difference. Give me the 11 and the Cox.
Yeah. Who's the best? Who's their best home win?
We talking Bama?
Yeah. I mean, they lost to Ohio State on a neutral. They lost to Clemson at home. They lost to Purdue on a neutral.
Indiana State. That's a good win.
You got to be careful with this Alabama team, though.
Yeah.
Like
I'm with Colby though.
My
I think
take on this is that when South Carolina played a good team on the road earlier in the season, Clemson took care of them. My
It was a
concern,
close game though.
but my concern for this game is that if they don't get their way and they lose the pace battle, it's like boom. We see this matchup all the time in college basketball. The better team wins the pace battle usually. The better unit wins the pace battle. So who's the best? Who dictates the pace for Alabama? Their offense. Is South Carolina's defense good enough to throttle that? I don't think so. Does South Carolina defend the 3-point line well enough to throttle that? I don't think so. I'm laying the points. Only takes a couple clever points to throw just a penny on the railroad tracks here.
Kramer is one dog so far.
Really?
Yep.
That's one too many. Consider taking Houston too, if you remember.
Ryan, real chalk Kramer.
Kansas State heads to Morgantown, West Virginia. Where is there anything sadder on the internet than reading Mac's post game notes on the West Virginia Mountaineers? It's not. I mean, I respect him for always having halftime notes and post game notes. I do feel like I know way too much about this West Virginia team just through Mac. But
Hey, I got this line right. It came out
Kansas State's
spot on.
laying 3. Oh, you set this and you're accurate.
Yeah.
Doesn't that feel good when you nailed it?
It does feel
Kansas State. I don't know. West Virginia just seems like a broken unit right now. What I mean, I'm living.
You said unit.
Living vicariously through Mac. I feel sad for the fan base of West Virginia.
No. They
No.
win this one.
Their
Oh.
offense hasn't
They win
been
this
good.
one.
I mean, to Colby's point, this line, like, why is this line only 3? Is immediately where my head
When you
goes.
get beat down that bad, you
think?
Yeah,
You think they get up for this?
I do.
Aren't you worried? Aren't you worried though when you lose a game by that many points?
Can I ask a serious
Now,
question?
granted, it was on the road, but you're coming. You lost by 34 to Houston. I get it's Houston, but
I want people to know I'm not joking with this.
heartbreaker lost to Ohio State. Lost to the Horrors of Radford.
You can't lose to the Horse.
To
I mean,
UMass, Pittsburgh, St. John's, Virginia, SMU, Monmouth.
People-
They didn't have a lot of their team that they have now.
yeah, but you can't.
Yeah.
When you're in the Horse subconference, that's a big win for Radford. It's like the Philly private school use sector. You can't. I mean, West Virginia. There's that a group of schools in there that have a lot of talent. JMU's probably in there too. Radford, West Virginia. Bar's a little lower, so it allows for other opportunities. You can't lose to Radford. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about. I think I agree more with Sean. I don't know enough about this coach to understand like how secure in his britches is he? Because I'd imagine in today's day it can be difficult to
You
recover
might have lost
from
the team.
It can be difficult sometimes to lose by that many, even if it's the best team in the country.
And now the counter is they showed up and beat Toledo by 10 last home game. They beat a solid Drexel team at home.
And I think the other thing is getting Kirk Krishna, Raekwon Battle, and Noah Farrakhan. Those are all huge.
Country roads take me home.
When
And
did they
getting
come
your
back?
favorite Acock back.
When
Aycock.
When does
Love that guy.
ACOG?
No, they're all back now.
I'll take West Virginia as the home
Were
dog.
they
but
playing against Houston?
Yes, they were.
Okay.
But Houston, I mean, that's a tough place to go. That's what I'm saying. I'm counting on the rebound here. Let's go.
Chefsky in the chat saying I went to Radford.
Nice.
Yes. Let us know how the whores are, Chefsky.
Well, I mean, this is the question.
Ryan's the whore expert.
Just ask him where he partied. You'll get a clear answer on the situation.
I've partied at Radford before.
Yeah, you know
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
I'll use this analogy. You don't always tell all your friends where you're going to a party at Radford. You know what I mean? you just ended up at Radford. And here's the fun part. I'm old enough to where like the main highway between Radford and Blacksburg is 460, I believe. And we used to ride the back of a pickup truck. And one time we got pulled.
Do you have like a jug of moonshine?
Yeah.
Well, no,
Did you have a Confederate flag you were hanging?
So listen. So
There's probably a video of Ryan waving a Confederate flag. We got to track that.
100% not.
Okay.
We were coming back one time, and here's the funniest part: the guy driving the pickup got pulled over and got a DUI. No issue with the 25 kids in the back of the pickup. We just had to wait for another ride.
Hilarious.
Yeah, I think you gotta until you guys are both taking West Virginia.
Yeah.
I am. Yeah.
Give me Kansas State. You guys don't recognize something broken.
I don't think this Kansas State team's that good this year.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Is this their first road game?
Kansas
I
State.
didn't verify.
Kansas State is a favorite, so easy choice for Ryan.
What do you mean?
They played at, what was it? Was it Butler? What did they play at? They played at somewhere.
Oh, they won at LSU.
Yeah. There it is.
Only road game. Okay, I'm in. It's a favorite, so I'm in.
Ryan, you know what my favorite is when it comes to getting tickets? Game time. Hey, I mean, we're taping this hours before kickoff of the national championship game, and you can still get tickets over on GameTime.co or download the Game Time app. Maybe you want something a little on the cheaper side. You can go check out Suns at the Clippers tonight if you're in the LA area. I'm looking at the all-in price for Clippers and Suns. $19. Are you kidding me? And that's without the promo code SGPN. Game Time hooks you up with a $20 off your first purchase. So if you're making your first purchase, you can get into this Suns at Clippers game at a very, very low price. Perfect. Also perfect for the NFL playoffs. You're trying to go check out your Philadelphia Eagles at the Tampa Bay Bucks. A lot of good opportunities. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code SGPN for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create the account, redeem the code SGPN for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed.
I mean, I see a lot of people with Radford connection in the chat. That's pretty awesome. Also, if you remember when 9/11 happened, there were like all these targets throughout the country when people were like, oh, this is a target. This Radford has a massive munitions plant. So it was like, oh, Radford is a target. The only thing that was targeting Radford was someone who wanted to have a good time. Like,
I mean, where do you think those guys want to go?
You think?
You read the stories of the 9/11 hijackers. Like they came
right?
over to America and then started going to strip clubs and playing video games and
They went to Vegas.
Yeah, almost forgot what their quote unquote mission was.
Yeah, and if you're gonna blow something up, you blow it up near a bunch of whores. I guess that helps the afterlife explanation.
I mean, if you're a 9/11 hijacker, you love whores because that's their plan thing is what 70 virgins.
Well, those aren't whores.
No, but they're
interesting.
No, that's why it's their heaven, right?
Do you think
it's
someone
because
checks?
They're whores that have not. It's a medical abnormality, but yes,
certificate or something. I bet you they're just being lied to.
I mean, do the math. If you're going to heaven, do you actually want virgins? No, you want experienced veterans. They call them virgins, for the packaging. But
I feel like if you want a virgin, you're also likely to want to go to Epstein Island.
Yeah,
right.
The only time you want to hook up with a virgin is if you're also a virgin.
Yeah, that's a good point. So don't go to Radford. It was never a target. Shevsky said you never told the homies when you were linking up with the whores on the dark side. Valid point. And real quick, TJ tried to talk me out of Kansas State saying they played 4 OT games and beat Chicago State by 7. That he's making compelling arguments. Chicago State, even a snorkeler like myself is aware of their program. Still shitty. Not the shittiest, but pretty close. Indiana. So I'm sticking to Kansas State though. They are favored. Indiana heads to Piscataway, New Jersey. Beautiful New Jersey. Second New Jersey team we're talking about today. Colby, nice job. Rutgers lane 4.
Do I see a line? Where is this?
Indiana with a. I think last time we talked about them was Indiana on the card. Yep.
Yeah.
Indiana, nice little money line dub. Now they head to the mean streets of Jersey.
This is Jersey. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You can't.
Won
Listen,
outright against Ohio
we
State.
got to keep the people of Jersey safe and not allow them to bet on Seton Hall and Rutgers. Can't allow them to bet on Seton Hall and Rutgers. Rutgers minus
-3. Okay, there we
Let's
go.
adjust.
Rutgers offense, little rough, but their defense. I mean,
You're describing a chick from Jersey. Offense
not
a little
great
rough,
offense,
but
plays a little defense, scrappy. Big fan of Greg Schiano. I'm a little worried about this Indiana team on the road after a nice Ohio State win. Colby, how say you?
Yeah,
I mean, they lost to
Rutgers
Nebraska by 16 on the road.
Love
This
Rutgers
feels like a
here.
perfect spot for Rutgers.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Especially this Rutgers team.
they're a home road split.
Just
team, right?
lost a couple games on the road.
They're both like home road teams. Like Indiana, you bet on at home, you fade on the road, and you could apply the same thing to Rutgers, right? Like,
Yeah.
what am I missing?
I think he's going to take Indiana though, because you're
No.
anti-New Jersey, right?
Not all the time. And actually, on this card, we're gonna have a New Jersey parlay.
Whoa.
Well, wait for it. Might even have an honorary New Jersey team thrown into the parlay. And Rutgers is laying points. Guys.
Benedict
Why are you
Dantold-
surprised?
Benedict Dantold said Jersey girls play no defense. I married one.
What do you mean? I'm trying to think of what the no defense
You have to
analogy is.
know when to
You
call.
saying they just like it's the 27 dicks thing? You suck 27 dicks. Clerks took
Whoa,
place in
wow.
Jersey too.
Wow, Ryan.
No, I'm just saying.
Talking about a man's
You're saying
life over
Jersey
here.
chicks don't play defense.
Jeez, all
I'm
right.
making a reference to all these movie references that Colby doesn't get. I thought he was a film.
Oh no, I'm a
film
Clerks
buff.
guy. I'm a Clerks guy.
So 27 dicks.
Yeah, I know.
Is it 27 or 20? Yeah,
I think you're right.
I don't remember how many dicks. Gets me into trouble sometimes. Wake Forest heads to Tallahassee, Florida, where Florida State has been an enigma to me all season.
I want a dick rubbed on me tonight.
I love how that clip is so much louder than everything else.
Wake Forest. I'm assuming Colby's going to say this line stinks. Laying a point here.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm curious if the chat's going to adjust and give
Ooh.
us a.
Is this your chat or our chat adjusting the numbers? You have
I
a
feel-
plant?
I
Is this
feel
like a
like
magician with
it's
a plant in the
look,
audience?
just by looking at the names, it's a college experience type chat we got going here. I still don't see this in the wild.
Really? Okay.
Does anyone else see that in the wild?
Well,
no, Wake -2.5.
All right. Wow. Okay. So you want to talk about the line stinking?
Does stink a little bit. Florida State just took down your Hokies. Almost gave away that game. They've won a couple in a row. Wake won the last matchup against the Seminoles by 15. This Wake team seems like some tragic magic situation too.
Yeah.
Steve Forbes, his wife, had a stroke over the summer. So they're playing for him, man. They're playing for him.
They got a patch on the jersey.
I don't know about that.
Wake's had 2 away games. Georgia early in the season lost that by 3, and then Boston College in Boston up there took care of business, won by 6.
Wake's won 9 straight games.
My instincts are saying Florida State,
Wow.
but I don't know. Matchup wise, this Wake offense is pretty good.
Wake lost to Georgia when they still were only getting Blue Cane out there for 15 minutes. That's
True.
I'm going Wake.
That's a bad loss.
I think this offense is good enough that it can carry on the road.
Been wrong about Wake. I feel like every time we picked them.
I'm on Wake Forest here. I think
Oh,
Wake
boy.
gets it done in Tallahassee. No one have been going to these fucking Florida State games. They're 8-6. They're not that bad. They act like they're 1-14 or something.
The kids are back in school now, though.
I'm taking Wake, buddy.
That was part of your handicap. All break.
No one at Florida State goes to school.
Yeah, they were in school in November too. No one were at these games.
All right.
Kramer, what do you do?
I don't ever want to bet on Florida State, so I guess I'll also take Wake.
I mean, here you want some analysis for
I
you.
hate Wake. Play Florida
Wake's
State.
a top 25 3-point team. Florida State is in the 200s in 3-point shooting. Wake's the number 5 in the nation in free throw percentage. Florida State's 288th. What else could we throw into this mix here?
I have a new
Yeah.
metric that I've been tracking. Just only games I watch. Florida State is very near the top of the nation in lazy fucking teams. And so lazy fucking team against a team that's going to drain
Not
the 3-point line.
Not good. 50-50 balls.
Some metrics houses call this your 3-point defense metric, but Florida State very lazy defending the 3-point line. Lay the points. Chalk always tastes better than these nasty dogs. Oklahoma State heads to Lubbock, Texas, Is Texas Tech the weird road trip for basketball that it is for football? Texas Tech laying 9 potentially. If Prick Dundee putting at 9.
Let me see if that
5 p.m. on the West Coast.
8.5.
All right, slight tick down. I like that. We're just we're hammering the lines into place here. Real originating activity from Prick Dundee.
And you know what we're doing here?
What's that?
You want to follow me into the light here.
What do you mean?
Texas Tech just won at Texas for the final time.
Yeah, this is
a gigantic letdown spot.
Huge letdown spot. Oklahoma State's been okay.
They just lost to Baylor in overtime. Oklahoma State plays better in Big 12 than they do in the non-con, which is weird. But they're covered 8.5 in Lubbock here. Let's go. Give me the Cowboys. How about them Cowboys?
Oklahoma State did lose the Salukis on the road.
Yeah, and they lost to them last year too.
This is a conference play spot. This is a Texas Tech smelling themselves. Oklahoma State. Are we giving ourselves 9 or 8.5?
8.5.
Kramer, what's going on over there?
Yeah,
You're squirming like you gotta use the bathroom.
We're going against Texas
Yes,
Tech here.
they just beat Texas.
All right. No, not so fast. This is a road spot. Oklahoma State's got to show you something on the road before you give them any credit. Lay the points. We're getting a discount
you're
here.
Crazy.
Last time they played, Sean, Oklahoma State won by 3.
Even better. Revenge spot on top of it. I can't wait to be wrong.
Tomcat wants to know Lubbock, Texas, worst city in Texas.
Ooh.
Question mark.
No. El Paso.
I was gonna say, I don't know. I haven't spent a lot of time in Texas. I've just driven through a few times, but
I'm not a big fan of Houston either. I tell you the truth.
Yeah, I mean, Houston's kind of just boring from what people say.
I mean,
I guess we were there briefly, hanging out in the airport.
Yeah, you took to that nice diner.
Lubbock ranked number 6 bad places to live.
Okay.
And when the report came out, the city leaders clapped back. So it's a chippy city, but being in a top 10 list of places to not live, that's tough.
There's a town, Cleveland, Texas, supposedly a bad place to live in Texas.
Texas is so big, there's a lot of bad places.
Yeah,
just like any big state, got a lot of nooks and crannies. All right, moving along. We might be talking about a game where I like a dog here, guys. Maybe not though. Colorado State heads to Boise, Idaho, where Boise State's a 1.5 point home dog, according to Prick Dundee. 6 p.m. on the West Coast, and
this is a real one, I think. Right?
We got to talk.
Yeah,
we got to talk, Colby. How come we were not made aware of Boise State basketball player
Andrew Meadow?
Andrew Meadow, he's got the and again
Trevor Lawrence's brother.
He's got the rec specs. Yeah. He's got long.
Can we show
hair.
this?
Yeah, Trevor.
Yeah.
He's got. Well, I don't. Make sure you got your shades on. His skin is pretty pale. He definitely maybe hails from Idaho. Almost has that translucent northern Utah look. Like, did you come from another?
Those
place?
are not even rec specs. He's just wearing reading glasses.
Really? I just assumed
those things are really thick.
It could be related to Napoleon Dynamite. Surprised his name's not Andrew Dynamite. I don't know. Boise State, when we last saw them, they were playing on Friday night. Oh my goodness! Look at this picture. Look at this.
Look at that.
I mean,
wow.
What is that?
That's Trevor Lawrence's girlfriend.
This looks like one of those fellas that people are getting all upset about.
Do you remember
participating in female jujitsu and swimming?
Do you remember Steve Urkel when he went into that like special thing and he became cool?
Stefan
Urkel. This is like if Trevor Lawrence went in that and then like went to a nerd version and he went backwards.
Really? So
I
you're
think
saying
so.
This is a backward step for Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah. Yes. I mean, Trevor Lawrence is pretty.
I feel like it's a backward step for like Justin Herbert. He's too close to what Trevor. If you put these glasses on Trevor Lawrence,
he's lucky it's this time period because I don't know that you could pull that off in any other time period.
Has Boise State played on a day when Jacksonville's played? Are we sure? Are we sure they're different people? He's certainly a legend though, and we're gonna add him to the Greeny watch list as well. What do we have here? Oh boy!
Look at those flaps.
That actually, he kind of does. There's something about his hair that's making me like at first glance be like, oh, chick with muscles. Kind of like Trevor.
How much do you squat, sweetie?
You're working on those Kegel machines, right? All right. So Colorado State is favored. This is real.
Let me double check that to make sure because I forget which ones were real. And
So
which
yeah, we
ones were
watched
fake.
Boise State on that.
Boise is actually getting 2.
We're getting 2 now.
Yeah.
Boise, we watched them on Friday night against San Jose State. Just routinely get in the game, take a lead, and then kind of go back away.
That was a brutal beat for San Jose State Packers.
Yeah, but also my takeaway was that Boise State is not the best team. They just anytime they had an opportunity to do something, probably should have won the game. Maybe.
Wait, they did win the game.
What am I thinking about?
I have no idea what you're thinking.
Oh no,
about.
that's right. We won that. You know what I'm thinking about?
Purdue.
I'm thinking about fucking Purdue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was hanging out.
Son of a bitch.
Asked Colby for some plays. Gave Purdue was one of them.
Let's talk about this actually, because I was even saying, I was like, no, we got to ignore Colby with the Purdue take, but everything else I was right about. Yeah, Boise State.
No, I took San Jose State. That was a brutal that night in general. I lost like 4 games.
Don't text
That they were all up by like 15 points.
I was hanging out with like 8 Purdues, and it was 8 guys from Purdue, and they're like, yeah, we got this sweet Purdue Colts money line parlay going, and then some of the guys were laying the points. One guy didn't know what a push was. It was just butt munch central, and I was there with them, like as Purdue unraveled.
Wait, did they just invite you to sit down with them or what?
No. It's a stadium seating. I sat down.
It's our office.
I immediately realized they're also rooting for Purdue, and then they're also betting the Colts. So they must have gone to, and they're just, hey, number 10 went to number 10's from Fort Wayne. Just these fucking hayseeds. And I was so glad when, obviously I wanted Purdue to cover, but I was so glad meeting these people from Purdue because felt so good that they lost as the number 1 seed. It was really touching.
It dawned on me we didn't include Purdue is a public school
that thinks it's a private school.
Do we add them to the list with Michigan and UVA in terms of private public schools?
Oh yeah.
All right. Hopefully someone is documenting this because I do think we need to come up with a proper list, a pick Dundee list, not a prick Dundee list. All right. So Colorado, Boise State, what are we doing?
Well, Colorado State just lost a close one to Utah State last Saturday night, and this is a bounce back spot. Meanwhile, Boise State's been kind of fire at home, 7-0 at home. I'm with you though.
You can't take you guys are taking Boise State?
No.
Oh, I'm on Boise State.
I think the Rams are going to bounce back.
Colorado State's
dub.
good.
Yeah, get that dub here.
They are, but I think
both these teams are
Boise State. Both these teams are good. You guys are
both
crazy.
These teams are good.
You guys are crazy.
Colorado State's good.
No, but Colorado State, you could argue maybe looking ahead to Air Force in-state rivalry. They're going to get up for that game.
But they just lost to Utah State. This is why I think they.
I get
back.
it. I get it. I just think Boise State at home, you can't fade them.
Good luck.
He likes that because Tyson Degen Hart is on the team.
Yeah, how can you fade a Degen Hart?
He likes his greenies.
And that Meadow guy.
Greenie
guy
watch
crashes
list.
the boards.
Yeah.
He's no Blue Cane. I'm gonna say Blue Cane not on the Greenie watch list because he's
no. Why would he be?
He's not. He's not a Greenie. Texas A&M heads to Auburn. Alabama to take on Auburn.
What the hell's happening with your buzzsaw, buddy?
I don't know. Very disappointing stuff. It's jammed. Make the sound when the blade just cracks and shatters all over the place.
Seeing this at 8, by the way.
Auburn laying 8.
Yeah.
You weren't that off on that one. So yeah, what is wrong with Buzz? What's your take on it, Colby?
I mean, you can't lose to LSU that bad at home. You're a veteran team. You're like the most veteran team in the SEC. And this
isn't a Buzz team though.
Auburn just destroyed Arkansas. I mean, I thought that was a good spot for Arkansas. And they put the Gus bus on the railroad tracks and just fucking destroyed them. They were I think Arkansas, were they up at half or they were only down like a couple? It was a close game in the first half.
I fucked that one up. That was I didn't realize the recruiting trip that Bruce Pearl was on.
Arkansas,
he was moving cars.
Arkansas was down 7 at the half. Yeah.
It's moving a bus.
Yeah.
Too.
They were close to only being down like 3 or 4 early on and then just 46-21 in the second half. I mean, Auburn is a runaway freight train. I'm getting off the tracks. I'm not going to get run over by them again. Give me Auburn lane 8. This team is crazy.
At the Jungle's hard place too, but you know what? It's a veteran team. Give me the 8 points in the Aggies. This
You
is
guys are crazy.
Buzzsaw. Don't fuck this up for me.
You're gonna regret this.
Is this a Buzz team?
What does that mean?
I was just looking at what teams that Buzz has coached in the past. Well, like what are the what is
This
their
is supposed to be his best team. This is
what
what
is
they've
the
been playing
profile
for.
though of a Buzz Williams team? They play hard on defense. They hit the 3-point ball. I feel like a lot of that is not in the DNA of this team right now. I'm willing to
8th
fade.
in the nation rebounding.
I am willing to fade Buzz to send a message to Buzz.
Mm.
Give me Bruce Pearl. He's doing a better job than you right now, Buzz. I'm going to need you to step your game up. I need more social media videos with you motivating stuff.
You motivating stuff.
It doesn't have to be players. It could be inanimate object. Just anything. Give me some Buzz. Get Buzz back. Free Buzz.
Hashtag free Buzz.
Should he have never left Virginia Tech? Hasn't been doing a ton of damage in the tournament since he left the Hokies.
What? All right, Colby, time for some Underdog Fantasy college basketball entries, higher, lower on your favorite college basketball fantasy projections. Of course, go to Underdog Fantasy, use the promo code SGPN, get the 100% deposit match up to $100. Colby, any games, players sticking out that we want to get down on?
I'm signing in right now, but yes, we want to get down on everything. Let's. What's the?
Well, I was gonna say, hopefully.
Why does it always take so long for me to get in this thing?
Well, they got your prick done date.
Oh,
I'm saying
your count is marked. Colby, you and I like West Virginia. Do we maybe fade some of the Kansas State guys?
What do they got with Raekwon?
Battle. He's sitting at 16.5 points.
Oh,
Higher
all day.
And what about maybe fade someone on the Kansas State side? We got Oklahoma State. We like them, Colby, as well, and a bounce back against Texas Tech. Anyone there you want to look to feature?
Let me go with.
They got Bryce Thompson, Javon Small.
How about we jump on over to what is that? Is that the Wyoming game?
Yeah.
Back? Yeah.
You want a cool cock? Sorry, cot.
You want a cool cock?
Sam Griffin.
You want a cool cock?
Hold on. Go back up. You're going too fast.
Sorry, I'm driving for Colby over here.
Down. Griffin.
Oh, Sam Griffin.
Sam Griffin. Higher or lower? Let's do the ATS thing here. Let's go. Points. No. Points, rebounds, assists. 23.5.
PRA.
Higher. Yeah.
So wait for Griffin, PRA, 23.5 higher.
Yeah.
All right. So Sam Griffin higher, 23.5 PRA, and Raekwon Battle higher, 16.5 points. Hit it up over at Underdog Fantasy, promo code SGPN, 100% deposit match up to $100.
Still waiting.
Oh boy, Colby's getting upset. Colby, hit
$100 entry pays you $300. Colby,
do me a favor and just hit refresh right now, Colby. You know the IT guy around here. It's tiring. Technology always is trying to take Colby down. Clearly they're on. Look at this.
No thanks.
Look at this. Sir, we need your location. Is everything okay? BYU heads to Waco. By the way, a lot of good stuff for the Natty too. If it's not too late and you're catching this live or right away, the Natty props are looking pretty fun. BYU, Baylor. We got Baylor on the old thumbnail. 6 p.m. on the West Coast in Waco. How's Waco rank in that Texas list of cities?
Well, didn't they have David Koresh there?
Yeah, I think they're kind of famous.
He did a little bit for the city there.
At this point, people probably don't know why they're famous.
put Waco on the map, baby.
Certainly, people know Waco, Texas. They probably don't know why though. Maybe because Baylor's
keep Waco weird. You should get those bumper stickers.
Oh man,
try and steal Austin's angle.
That would make Austin so upset. BYU coming off. I mean, just let us down. That's what I'll do the parent thing. They just
really laid an egg
Not
at
mad.
home against Cincinnati.
Just disappointed. You let these heathens from Ohio come to your sacred land and desecrate it like that. Disgusting. Baylor, where are we at with Baylor? I feel like we haven't had any conversations about our guy recently.
Well, they almost lost to Oklahoma State the other night. They were able to pull it out in overtime. They're what 12-2. They're having a good season still, flying under the radar a little bit.
Oh, I feel like they always fly under the radar in some regard. They're hidden.
Do you think these super soakers can come down to?
It certainly is a hell of a bounce back spot, but
This line kind of stinks. Doesn't
I
it?
would say that I'm guessing that Baylor, or BYU. Sorry, I've not watched a ton of BYU this year. I think I caught a little of them versus San Diego State months ago, but they didn't look very good against Cincinnati. Was that an outlier? You're gonna have to talk me into BYU at this point.
Well,
That was
look, this is a real line. This is not me coming up with it.
And BYU, I don't know. It feels a little crazy to have them 9th overall.
You think the analytics are lying to you?
I don't know. I guess I'm just a little skeptical because
Haven't really played anyone.
Yeah, I mean, you lost Utah. All right, granted that's an in-state rivalry. You lost to Cincinnati at home. That's a pretty bad loss.
Well, and most importantly,
they beat San Diego State at home, but again, that's at home. Now you're going on the road against Baylor. The only reason I would be into BYU is because of the bounce back spot for them.
I'm going to take Baylor just because. I mean, the line does stink a little bit, but I just think Scott Drew at home. Come on.
So they have,
but I think
if he loses, he's not losing to a bunch of whites.
This is the first time.
I think you are getting some line value because I think they definitely adjusted it after the Cincinnati loss.
First time they've left the states of Utah and Nevada. I threw Nevada because they played a couple neutral sites. They just haven't traveled much. I think you have to take Baylor here, especially with knowing what Baylor can be. And Sean, you're right to think BYU might be fraudulent.
Yeah. So you guys are on Baylor?
Oh yeah.
Are they favored?
Yes.
Yes. Duke heads to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
I'll take Baylor as well.
Where there's no fucking. I mean, if Jeff Capel's ever going to get up for a game, it's going to be against this pussy Shire. He's got my job. That's what Jeff Capel says. I was supposed to be the guy. Haven't seen a ton of Duke. Watched way too much Pittsburgh this year. I think I hate watch Pittsburgh. I can't stand looking at that. I can't stand looking at that coach. I don't know why he's on the top of my power rankings, but man, I don't want to take Duke. I don't want to be involved.
Duke's won 6 straight. 6 straight. They're figuring some stuff out. I'm laying the 5. I think Pitt is counterfeit. Pitt beats all the shitty teams anytime they play a good game. Big team.
Yeah, Duke's kind of been rolling.
How does he do against Duke historically at home?
Well,
Cable.
Shire. I think he has a losing record because he was terrible at Pitt for like 3 or 4 years there.
Trevor in the chat saying Duke loses outright.
Pitt is 7-3 at home, but look at Pitt. Like what's the win that it's the West Virginia win? Because look, I mean, Carolina went to Pitt, won by 13.
That's probably your best comparison.
They lose at
they
Syracuse.
lost by 9 to Clemson.
Yeah,
you got to.
They lost to Mizzou. You can't take this.
Do you think Duke's figured it out?
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm on Duke. Colby's right.
Yep, can't take Pitt.
They are the underdog. So easy play.
Purdue heads to Lincoln, Nebraska.
Check this out. I want to talk about this. So, this was a real number about 2 hours ago.
What do you mean?
Purdue was -9 on DK.
And what is it now?
6.5.
Woo! Steam.
Well, they're heading to Omaha, Nebraska, where the crowd loves to get lit. You see all those people going to a women's volleyball game?
Oh, it's electric.
They're just an electric fan base. It's too bad they can't figure sports out. Nebraska catching 6.5 here against the almighty Purdue's, who can't cover a spread to help us hit a round robin on the paper ticket.
Why the hell would this come down 2.5 points in
it's
2
gotta
hours?
I assume the market thinks the number is off because of some bit of information that's not analytically driven. So injury information. That I would assume that's generally the only thing that can create this kind of disagreement in the marketplace. Sure, there's someone sharp in the chat that can explain it. But is there potentially an injury that we don't know about on either side?
I know what, like Bryce Williams game time decision, but once again, I kind of, that shouldn't move the line that many points.
So it stinks.
Nebraska coming off a loss against Wisconsin. They lost by 16 on the road at Wisconsin.
So
loser takes the stapler with them.
I mean, they lost to Creighton by 29. I mean, I guess that's an in-state thing. Maybe they wanted to put it on them. Trying to think of some comparables. North Dakota, South Carolina State. I don't know. That was a nice win at home against Indiana, but again, that's fading Indiana on the road. I don't know. Is this a bounce back spot for Purdue after not covering against Illinois?
It is. Lay the 6.5. I can't trust this. I can't trust this. Give me the Boilermakers. Boiler up. Let me hang out with those butt munches.
It does feel like a bit of a trap to take Purdue here, but I think we're getting a too much of a discount to stay away. I'm on Purdue.
Let's see. We only picked Nebraska once this entire.
Benedict Dantold pointing out the game is in Lincoln, not Omaha.
Yeah,
so it's no.
Nebraska's campus is in Lincoln. Michael Crichton's in Omaha.
Okay, yeah. Never mind.
Did I say Omaha?
No, I was pointing out. I thought that they played Crichton at home.
What?
In Omaha, you're saying?
No, in Lincoln.
Okay.
Oh, someone said Omaha, and it got confusing.
Okay, yeah.
Omaha. Did you? A lot of tapes come out recently that proves.
Oh no! So this, never mind. Ken Pom had him graded as home, even though it was in Lincoln. To clarify,
who?
Lincoln is home.
Yeah, you're confused. Lincoln is home for Nebraska.
Benedict Dantold's breaking my brain
because I think you said Nebraska was home in Omaha. He was helping you out. Okay. I think Creighton.
Omaha's the big city.
Omaha, right? Lincoln, Nebraska. Where Nebraska
is 2 cities. All right,
at least.
I'm on Purdue.
Is Sioux City in Nebraska too?
No,
maybe that's South Dakota.
No, that's South Dakota. I think
it just sounds like an old western.
Trevor, I assume you're on the favorite
with wooden doors.
Chalk.
That's not true. I love the mayor, and only time we've spoken about Nebraska this season, we picked them correctly. And it was last week, and we did so against Indiana. I'm going back to the well against another team from Indiana, a team that you just expressed to the entire world. Their fans are bump munches, and we just added them to the public-private school list.
Yep.
Good luck with your public-private schools. Nebraska plus the points. I love Nebraska, and I know where Lincoln is. Vegas hosts New Mexico. UNLV catching 4. Maybe we'll update this one. Little late night action here, 7:30 on the West Coast. Got any
2?
Oh boy. UNLV catching 2 at home. I watch a lot of UNLV. I feel like every week we're out at the Circa on Friday. UNLV's playing.
New Mexico to me is a team you take it home. Really tough environment, but then you look to maybe fade them on the road.
Anything to add, Colby?
They're a good team, but I think their numbers kind of get inflated a little bit because Albuquerque is such a tough place to go and get a win. People think they end up being they've had some nice neutral.
That's the Pit, right, Colby?
Yeah, it is the Pit. I want to nominate. You know how we shit on Arizona State, even though they're in first place in the Pac-12 in basketball, and
they have the lesser Hurley.
They're just a hard read, right? They're a really hard read. Where UNLV is similar because the Southern Jaguars out of the SWAC came into Vegas and beat them down. They've also lost opening night. They've also lost to Florida State, Richmond, Kelly LePepe. They're a hard team to get a gauge on.
They beat Bethesda. Put it on Bethesda.
D2.
They beat Creighton. That's a quality.
That's their best win, and I'm with you. That's the angle.
I take them. We're
banking on the situation of them coming off the San Diego State loss.
Yes,
I think New Mexico is a much more talented team, and I have a hard time understanding this UNLV team. But they have talent. They have a lot of talent. So give me UNLV +2.
Yeah, Rebs at home.
What?
Home dogs.
Yep.
But all right. Give me New Mexico.
Like the Arizona State thing.
Give me New Mexico.
But UNLV is going to beat some teams that you're not seeing.
True, but isn't New Mexico closer to San Diego State? A team that's like just gonna overwhelm.
San Diego State's a much better defensive team, but New Mexico's got guys.
That's what I mean. Yeah. That's UNLV. UNLV's problem. They play well when the other team doesn't have guys. When the other team has guys, they've struggled.
You talking yourself into a New Mexico crowd?
Yeah. Well, they're favored, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Stop being so surprised.
Hey, have you guys signed up over at Hall of Fame Bets yet? Use that promo code SGPN. Get 50% off your first month. HOFBets.com or download the app. Get in over there. Optimize those parlays. It is great for player prop research. Love getting down on player props and parlays. Weed out those weak legs. Bet smarter, not harder. HOFBets.com or download the Hall of Fame Bets app. You get 50% off your first month. So give it a try. If you're someone grinding out props, grinding out parlays, try it out. I think you're really going to like it. And yeah, if not, I would be surprised. So HOFBets.com, promo code SGPN. Time for our lock dog and bonus lock.
You want me to go first? We haven't been doing the we haven't been crushing the lock dog bonus lock section. Do you want me to continue to go first? It's an open question to the room.
Yeah. I mean, whatever you want to do, buddy. Right?
No, what do you mean whatever I want to do? Not one of those situations. It's a team effort. None of us are doing.
I'll go first. Ryan's scared of the can't get.
Not scared.
All right.
Not scared at all. Being scared had nothing to do with what I was talking about.
I'll take for my first lock. Give me Rutgers -3 at home. For my next lock, taking Cincinnati -4 at home as well, fading Texas off that win like that. And then Texas beat Texas Tech, right?
No, Texas Tech.
Texas Tech beat. But they're going on the road. Yes, that's all right.
Remember they sent him off.
Yes.
Get out of the filthy conference, you losers.
And for my money line dog, UNLV is too small. Give me West Virginia. Country roads take me home. Money line Mac. Let's get this dub. Colby, what do you got?
Let's lock Oklahoma State +8.5 in Lubbock.
Just to be clear, West Virginia is 3 points.
Yes.
UNLV is 2 points. I mean,
I'm also locking Rutgers -3. I think that's a nice play. The dog, it's the Iowa State Cyclones in Ames.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Yeah. That was going to be the other one. Kramer?
BYU frauds. Give me Baylor.
Baylor -3.5 at home.
Correct. Lock number 2. Best unit dictates the pace. South Carolina goes away. Alabama laying a big number. Dog. Give me Nebraska in Lincoln, Nebraska, to take down Purdue, the private school, public school pussies of Indiana.
All right. Do we want to give out a money line parlay? West
Yes.
Virginia, Iowa State. Feels juicy.
West Virginia?
He's not on West.
No,
Virginia.
that's you guys can do your own thing. I don't need to join your army.
Colby, you want to join forces here? West Virginia, Iowa State.
I like West Virginia, Iowa State. I think also, we UNLV we could throw in the mix, Sean.
Okay. Round robin, West Virginia, Iowa State, UNLV, money line round robin. Sean and Colby only.
What do you mean, Sean and Colby only?
Well, you're not a part of this.
You got your Jersey trash parlay?
Yeah, I'll do the Jersey trash parlay.
What do you got, Kramer?
Well,
Garden State garbage. They're calling it.
Seton Hall. I'm pulling up to see if any. Looks like anyone else on Tuesday from Jersey off book. Colby. We got Seton Hall. We got Rutgers. You guys agree with the Rutgers. You don't agree with the Seton Hall. Is Princeton playing?
I'm checking right now for you, buddy. What do we got? NJIT playing? You got a little Jersey special?
Oh boy. Nah, you know what? We'll just leave it to 2. We don't need to overthink it.
Yeah, I think those are the only 2 Jersey.
Monmouth plays today. That's the problem. I was gonna throw it in there, and then I realized I got overly excited because top of the board. Jersey parlay works since you guys left me off your card. I won't take it personally. I've been hot.
So Seton Hall, Rutgers. Is that it?
Seton Hall, Rutgers.
There you go. Lock it up. The Garden State garbage parlay, courtesy of Ryan Real Money Kramer.
I didn't say garbage. I think you said garbage.
You did say Omaha though when you said.
All right, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's honorary team from Jersey this week. Give me the mayor and Fred Hoiberg.
Wow.
Throw that with the 2 Jersey schools. We'll make it. It's like a sandwich, like the grease truck. Shout out to the grease trucks. They no longer exist. You slap a whole bunch of stuff between bread. It tastes good when you're drunk.
Well, Colby, you're holding the holding the.
Can I see this?
Obstructive view calendar.
There we go.
CFP
there we go.
campus
Get
tour.
that up there. Get that up there.
Real quick, giving away two $25 SGPN gift cards. We got Low Bellow 16 over on Apple Podcasts for his review. Most entertaining, best mix of comedy and information out there. Love the show, and he even did the Jersey Fingers. Shout out to you, sir.
Italian, don't please.
Sorry, and
there's a lot of trash in Jersey.
MW Drag, Pure Entertainment, and they are darn good at picks as well. So both of you, gentlemen, and statistically the odds are you're gentlemen. Email us podcast@sportsgamblingpodcast.com. Hook you up with the SGPN gift card. Got more to give away as the week continues. We will be back on the show on the channel, youtube.com/sportsgamblingpodcast after college football national championship, talking a little NFL playoff best ball, a little fantasy. Make sure you check out the college basketball experience.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, stacking the money green. He's Ryan.
I just learned that they call Wyoming Stadium War Memorial Stadium as well.
Kramer, let it ride.